Guess what? I just graduated. I was born and raised in St. Petersburg, Florida, raised as the only child by a single, loving, caring mother. In our house, learning was paramount. If you know my mom, you know what I mean. She gets excited whenever I have a problem or a question I don't understand. She's the woman that can find the answer to any question on the planet. My mom is the woman that made me read every day in the car as we traveled home from school. The one that's sitting in the crowd right now nodding her head. Thanks to my mom's vigilance, I didn't have much trouble in the early years. However, all that changed when I got into middle school. Oh yes, my awkward years were, well, awkward. Socially, it was very difficult. In my 6th grade year, I didn't even want to go to school. I didn't fit in with the other kids. I was short, chubby, and clumsy, so the boys in gym didn't like me. I was short, chubby, and clumsy, so the girls in the entire school didn't like me. In 7th grade, I began to question and challenge my teachers. I was attending private school at the time, and this was allowed but not encouraged. By 8th grade, I was back in public school, and this was different from all my other years of school. Challenging teachers to debates without invitation was unacceptable in the public school environment. I asked why too much. I was arrogant, they'd say. My actions and demeanor were interpreted as antagonistic, but it wasn't meant to be. The unspoken truth was that I was bored in school, and I was trying to find a deeper meaning to my learning. I was tired of the less than perfect report cards that read, "To the parents of Nigel Williams." I didn't see any reason to learn information if I didn't find it relevant. This continued through 9th grade and didn't change. I couldn't concentrate in school. I fell asleep, I skipped, I doodled. I still doodle. So my mom decided that we needed a change. My mom did everything she could think of, from sending me to private schools and homeschooling me. Then my mom found Clearwater Academy International. Clearwater Academy International. The school that changed my life. Knowledge of the study tech and the caring staff took me from a 0.487 GPA to all A's and B's and a 3.5 GPA in a few months. I was able to be an individual and not a number here. I could learn, practice, and experience things I never even knew existed in public school. I thank Clearwater Academy for helping me succeed academically. But even more, I commend Clearwater Academy for having much more than a school here. It's a community. This is a community. I have made friends for life here. And I have some of my fondest memories thanks to this place. From the first time I ever touched snow and went snowboarding, which is on tape, by the way, and my experiences providing disaster relief at Hurricane Katrina. On the week of my birthday, Clearwater Academy International, in association with the Church of Scientology, sent a willing few students to Louisiana after that horrible tragedy. Our trip to Louisiana was a significant moment in my life. I saw so much destruction there, people's homes reduced to dirt and boards, billboards torn down completely. All around me, there was the eerie feel of a ghost town. Most people were living in a recreational facility, and they were the lucky ones. A few still lived in what was left of their homes, and the mission had decided to send a few students to Gretna, Louisiana, where most of these people were. Gretna was deep in the heart of the city, where most of the devastation had occurred. No unauthorized civilians and no one under 18 was allowed in. Yet, they needed strong young men to hand out ice, food, and water to needy people. As I mentioned before, it was my birthday, but I was only turning 16. I was underage and scared, but I told them I was 18, so that I would be allowed to help. As we neared this location, I could tell that the town had been hit worse than where we originally were stationed. There were no cars on the road, only helicopters in the air. Only police patrolled the streets. We handed out countless bags of ice and bottles of water and MREs, which are meals ready to eat, to people who came up in droves to where we were stationed. I felt sorry for these people like most would. I would have been miserable if this had have happened to me. I expected to see sad faces and families mourning over their lost ones. But instead, I stepped into a place that was bright and not dark. People smiled and waved at us in our mustard yellow shirts. I wondered, how could they be so cheerful? Are they on drugs? No, they weren't. After observing these people, I realized that they were with family and friends, and all they needed was the security of love to press on. Aww. That experience helped me realize the most profound thing I've ever realized about this life. People spend so much time focusing on what they want and getting what they want that they don't have time to enjoy what they have. Ever since then, I have tried to go for what I desire, but I have never forgotten what I already have. Clearwater Academy International has been an integral part in helping me get what I want. From my first job to my current job as a caricature artist at Busch Gardens. Thanks, Kara. To the knowledge that with my abilities, I can face any obstacle in life. And now this school has given me something I am glad to have. I will never forget Clearwater Academy for your belief in me that helped me believe in myself. I am proud to graduate from high school, but I am honored to be a graduate from this school. I have a couple thank yous. To Mr. Zweers, who has been the root of this educational tree that I'm proud to be a branch of. To Fred, for making me put on my hat and get off my butt. To Dennis, oh Captain, my captain, for your care and support. To the staff and to the students for making here my home away from home. To LRH and his discoveries in the knowledge of knowledge. And to my mom for dealing with me for 9 months, 18 years, and a couple days. Thank you.